Man, that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that.
First and foremost, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. You the only father that I ever knew. If I don't remember the rest of it. I was trying to be cool, but there was nothing cool to say about that, so I totally ruined it.
Say hi, buddy.
I did.
Say hi. Say hi.
Hi, guys. We starting early. We getting them early. Holy crap. Okay, we getting them early. Hi, Lisha. Hi, King Kevin. Good to see. Oh, Lisha said my girlfriend is here. Everybody knows who that is. All right. Well, yeah. Let's get to it. Guys, you are now watching the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Things are about to get very, very, very interesting. I'm going to start with my purgatory brother right here. Say nothing, sir.
It's the ginger whiskey assassin, the other KG. Hashtag, y'all gotta chill.
Hey, bro, it's a solid picture of you, bro. You know that. It's a solid picture.
Oh, appreciate it.
No problem.
Actually, when I used to shave.
Hey. Great picture, bro.
Thank you. I have nothing clever to say right now. Welcome to Hot Take. You know, I usually got something clever to say, don't I?
Yeah, usually then it's pretty.
Oh, I got something. Ready? Oh, the kid's gone. Cool. So,
well, not yet. Hold on.
Not yet. Almost there. Not that.
Relax.
Okay.
Relax.
All right. No, now you can do it. Now you can do it. You can do it now. Now you can do it. Now's the time. Go for it.
So if Rey Mysterio's daughter and The Rock's daughter are a tag team, you know what their tag team name would be if R. Kelly was involved in booking?
Okay, go ahead. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Starting this off spicy already. Here we go. All right, Old Man Logan, your turn.
It's Big Oos, Old Man Logan, acknowledge him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Big Goose.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hot Take Wrestling. All right, let's see. I want to try my I'm afraid I've got some bad news accent. God. Welcome to the island of relevancy.
Okay, guys. All right, you guys got it. Okay, so we had a teenage joke. Then we had
Sebastian from The Little Mermaid.
Had some accents going. All right.
It was terrible, but we continue.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. What celebrity is always ready for breakfast? Reese Witherspoon.
It's Toxic Jose, Joe Freelon. He's so toxic.
Reese Witherspoon. Huh? You get it? No? Welcome to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. My name is Joe Freelon, a.k.a. I Am Toxic, a.k.a. Toxic Jose, a.k.a. Anything for Selenas, a.k.a. Mr. Imaginary Soapbox, a.k.a. Why would you say that, a.k.a. All right.
Bret Hart wouldn't even gave that joke a 4 out of 10.
But that was a hard joke. That had alliteration. Reese with her spoon.
4 out of 10.
Like, it's like a crossover. Like, okay. All right. Here we go. Sorry.
And now, your wise man, no chill with Phil. Hashtag MM99.
Okay, so before I do my intro, somebody else has been dying to do their intro all day. You can come up here, son. Come on. We're ready. Come on.
Sure you're ready.
Go for it. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the century, my name is Phil Myers
Stay on camera, bro.
Jr., the child slayer, the all-heel wrestling voice of violence, the real god of war, the real head of the table. We do stuff Christian, you know how it is. And before I give it to my father, you should acknowledge me.
Wait a minute.
That was solid. That was
Hold
solid.
on. 1 second. Did he call you father?
He's
Call him father.
He called you father.
honestly,
He called you father.
Roman's probably still gonna be champ by the time he's old enough to like challenge him for it. So honestly, kids, shoot the shot. Shoot the shot.
Like,
So,
I'm not.
Thank you,
father.
sir.
I have questions.
Wolfpack for life. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Phil Myers Sr. Can't knock it, the great one. No chill with Phil, the voice of violence on the Indian circuit. I received a new name from our head of table for Hot Take Wrestling, and I had to put a twist on it. Acknowledge me as Eminem, the minister of madness and mayhem. To my
Triple M.
To my Hispanic Latinas, call me El Jamon Grande.
No, Phil.
Trust
no.
and know you are in the presence of greatness.
Okay. Big guy. I love you, buddy. El Jamon Grande means big ham.
I know. Why are you worried about my ham, sir? I said that's for the Hispanic ladies. You walk right into that one, bro. On your own. Pause.
Pause. Okay. All right. And finally, let's just get to it.
No, wait. Hold on. Let me do the intro. Ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
no. You don't get to do the intro. No. I do intro. I want to do intro. I want to do it.
He's the main event.
Thank you. Sweet Lord. Guys, focus. Everyone look at the camera. Listen, all right? There are people that know wrestling, and there are the Chrissy Tinas of the world that know wrestling inside out, that don't argue with their emotions. Yes, she is awesome and spectacular with her wrestling takes. Yes, she makes good choices and knows her stuff. And yes, her value of being on this podcast has increased our followers to tenfold. That's not the point. The point is, at this point, we've got one of the biggest wrestling savants on TikTok and Instagram, baby. Oh, yeah, coming up in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Chrissy Tina, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, Chrissy Tina, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands
Y'all
together.
don't make me blush. Thank you so much for such a generous introduction. Very well done. Very Shawn Michaels-esque. I do appreciate that.
I worked really hard on that. I practiced in the mirror and everything.
I'm mad he said your name like he was Ike Turner. Thank you, son.
Wait, first off, did I say like I was like Turner?
Chrissy Tina.
Did I say that like I was like Turner? That's for real. Don't lie to me. Don't have me up here thinking that I said something wrong like I was like Turner and it wasn't the time for it in the first place. But did I say like I Turner? Yes or no? Tell me the truth.
I thought you were straight. I don't know.
I thought you was good, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Come on. Purgatory.
I thought you were cool too, but also this dude thinks that movie is a comedy, so you can't trust nothing he says.
That's true.
What's love got to do with it? Is a comedy.
Oh,
Okay, let's have this conversation before we start.
Oh Lord.
Can you explain to our guests why you think What's Love got to do with this comedy?
Because it's funny as hell.
What is funny about What's Love got to do with it?
If you watch What's Love Got to Do with It and not laugh, there's something wrong with your funny bone.
Where do you laugh, Phil?
What I'm gonna do with 2 more kids, huh? What I'm gonna do with 2 more kids? Ah!
Why did you laugh? Why did you laugh?
I'm
gonna laugh.
I'm laughing at Phil. Now, I will give some credence to what Phil is saying because I do have one particular scene in What's Love Got to Do with It that I laugh, and that's the cake scene, the infamous cake scene. Now, if you can stay straight face through that mushing of the cake, hey, you one tough son of a bee. But me, that's the one time it gets me.
I'm such a nerd that. I'll go ahead, Phil.
No, it's so many other funny moments. when they were sitting on the piano and she went in for the kiss and I looked at her, he said, you ain't never been to the dentist before, have you? And she said, what? That wasn't funny.
It's not funny, Phil. It's not.
She's smirking.
I'm looking at something, darling. It ain't that. It ain't that.
It's a biopic of someone's survival from an abuse. You know what? We're not doing this. Nope.
When you say that, when you tell somebody that you're in an anime, you think you talking about what love got to do with it?
No, well, that too. That's a good anime. It's a good anime.
High five me. That was funny. That's funny. That's funny. Thank you. You don't like it?
But no, like that movie's funny as hell.
It's not funny. None of the other.
Who
Why
just
are you
laughed?
laughing? You're giving it validity.
Oh no, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because
I'm
laughing because Phil, listen, it's real nice. I'm gonna see you on one of those lists in like 3-4 years, but like it's real nice getting to know you before the documentary comes out.
You can't trust nothing that man
I know that
says.
I'm waiting for an interview.
Let's.
Hey, the hot take documentary gonna be lit though. It's gonna be nice.
The hot
Phil,
take
also,
documentary.
Phil got the same birthday as Mr.
It's gonna be
Man,
the
just putting it
fucking
out there.
Freaknik documentary all over again.
Say that again, KG.
You got the same birthday as Mr. Man, so I don't know. We should be
Hey, the hot take documentary on Dark Side of the Ring. Oh man.
Hey.
See, damn. They just trying to set you up for failure immediately. They said Dark Side of the Ring.
No,
They
it
set
wouldn't be.
you up.
Hold up. First off,
Chrissy, if only you knew.
Vince McMahon did nothing wrong. No. Hold up.
You better cover him for legalities.
No.
You better cover him for legalities.
Wrong. Yo, how many people want to fuck their way up to the top?
Okay.
Let's just be real. Let's
Cover him
hold
for
on.
legalities.
Huh?
PG-13, sir.
Since when?
Since this beginning of this season.
Oh, is that what we're
Since
going
you had
for?
2
'Cause I've
kids
been
in the
cursing.
shot.
I've literally been.
They're not
kissing.
down here.
Like,
And then
cussing.
I got my wife, and I got my girlfriend right here. So we not look.
Hey, Jess.
Yo, Joe, you might want to start that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, because therapy is a beautiful thing, Phil. I
Yeah.
really think you need to invest.
And now your week in review.
There's so many words for all of you right now, but I'm going to hold them until we are no longer in front of a bunch of people that have these conversations. Shout out to Blessed and More. Shout out to Big D Nick. Wow. Pause. Shout out to BC underscore TDP.
Glad he called
That's the
himself.
name. That's the name, bro. Don't judge me.
Glad he called himself. Continue.
Shout out to Boricua Princess, Retold, Richie Mars. Shout out to Lisha, King Cayman, Just Duck.
Babies,
Michaela,
thank you
the
so much for
Ring
showing
Queen.
up to me tonight, babies. Thank
It's all-
you.
it's
Thank
all
you.
good.
Thank you. Mwah, we love you.
Who? Magnus Wolfbait. I need that name. The Will Gray. I need that name. Magnus Wolfbait.
Hi, Will. Oh, guys, thank you so much for showing up for me tonight.
This is definitely thanks to her. We can't even get the Brooklyn Brawler.
We did it. Okay. All right.
Damn, y'all needed that kind of help, huh?
Rest in peace. We did get Virgil. Now, okay, you tripped.
When do we get Virgil?
I spoke to Virgil. The DMs is there.
Hold up.
Go ahead. What?
We got to do a RIP not only to Virgil, but someone that has been very instrumental in all of our lives. Rest in peace to the great one, Akira Toriyama. If you're a Dragon Ball fan,
Yeah.
if you follow, you look at this man's legacy, and here's even where, because I know a lot of times it's like y'all talking about stuff that's not even wrestling related. Well, I got a factoid check. Do y'all remember WrestleMania when the New Day came out dressed as Super Saiyans?
Yeah, WrestleMania
Absolutely.
32.
Yo, like the influence that Akira Toriyama has on the pop culture world, we are definitely gonna miss him. Blessings, prayers going out to the Akira Toriyama's family, and just know that we thank you for everything that you did for us in the culture. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
KG, give us a week in review right fast so we can react to it and discuss this.
No, for
Favorite
sure.
ever.
Still continuing on the road to WrestleMania 40 right now. Rock App slapped, and that was a little over a week ago. Cody wasn't playing no games. He said, "How dare you say my dad meant to strap up when I was born?" That's basically what happened. Caught him a mistake. We got Drew McIntyre still killing it. This is the best version of Drew McIntyre I've seen This dude is hilarious. He's just trying to see him Punk, and he said, "I'm keeping this guy relevant." Yeah, he's been on fire for one. Six-pack challenge coming up. Got New Day qualified to be in that six-pack ladder match against Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Finn Balor. DIY qualified, as well as Awesome Truth, who was my pick to actually walk away the championships. We got 2 teams left and need to qualify. We got a new TNT champion from AEW. Congrats to Adam Copeland. Defeated Christian Cage in a knockouts match. Got a new Continental champion. Kazuchika Okada defeated Eddie Kingston tonight. What else we got going on? Oh, we're going to get, I told you, TNA going to finish their story too. We got LA Knight and AJ Styles coming up at WrestleMania. So that's finishing the story is the theme of the week, right? Or the theme of WrestleMania 40 at least. Who else we have to? Well, I'm wondering if Bayley's going to get some backup. You know, unfortunately, Mercedes went to AEW. She's all elite. But with that being said, it looks like potentially Bianca and Naomi could challenge for the women's tag team titles. Would not be mad at that. 2 of them getting to run together. Still Tiffy time on SmackDown. Super over with everybody. I don't know. Did I miss anything?
Boy, did you miss the debate about that last week.
Well, here, can we talk about how Cody bodied The Rock on his
Oh yeah, go for it.
Yo, like The Rock's promo was good. The Rock concert about Cody was pretty good on SmackDown. We all enjoyed it. We all know The Rock is hilarious. But man, like Cody took the professional high road. I mean, like he was like, I could talk about your mom, but I'm not. She's a nice lady. I mean, you know what? Cody really bodied The Rock on that promo. I like where this is going. So really quick, because I want to engage our guests. As everyone knows, we have a group chat. If you're a guest on the show, we bring you on. We create the group chat. This way we know the topics, everything that we're going over for the show. And man, I've been sitting back since last week. And like we had a conversation with Chrissy Tina. And it's times like this that legit makes us all wrestling fans again. Not wrestling fans like adults and we analyze and slice and depict everything. But no, I mean like the inner child in us wrestling fans. With this Mania, we don't know where it's going to go. We just don't. We have so many questions about so many things. So the tag match is night 1, right? You would typically think that they would have that title on night 1, defended on night 1, and the second title defended on night 2. That's typically how it went. It's so many unknown factors right now, and I'm excited. I'm excited because how many pay-per-views will we've all been like, this is gonna happen, this person's gonna win, that person's gonna win, and we were all right. Chrissy Tina, what do you think about the weekly recap, the build-up to WrestleMania?
The build-up to WrestleMania this year has kind of been a catch-22 for me because it's like what you said. You want that wonderment that comes with being uncertain. Growing up personally, I was too broke to afford the pay-per-views, so we had to get an illegal cable box. And even then, I could only watch them on recorded tapes. So like my first pay-per-view was St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and I ran that tape till it broke. And then my first ever Mania was my brother giving me this like bootleg VHS tape cover of a white boy with blonde hair on his knees holding a title with white and gold gear. And that's WrestleMania 12 with the boyhood dream comes true with Shawn Michaels. And that's kind of where you get the severity of just how important WrestleMania is to fans just of all creeds and colors. And for them to, over the years, become kind of cynical and us become kind of cynical with them, where we start to expect and like analyze the numbers and go to the dirt sheets too much because that's kind of the image that they themselves have put themselves forward. Mm-hmm. For them to do this stark contrast back to kind of like the Wanderlust that is the mystery of, like not knowing what's going on. Now everyone's kind of fickle. And it's like, well, I'm so used to knowing what's happening. I don't feel comfortable anymore what's going on, but this is what we wanted 15 years ago. We're getting it, just not when we wanted it. And that's kind of WWE's MO. They pulled the trigger significantly too late. And I can use the Bloodline as an example. Sammy should have won that title in Toronto. They didn't do it. Cody should have won the title last year. They didn't do it. Jay should have won the title off of him at SummerSlam. They didn't do it. And now they're trying to play pickup with these, like the remnants of the Bloodline with Jay and Jimmy finally at Mania. But even that was a little too late because we wanted that years ago before they were even in the Bloodline to begin with, just to differentiate themselves, which they've done through the storyline. But let's be honest, Roman Reigns wouldn't be Roman Reigns where he is right now if Sammy had not have entered the Bloodline. For Sammy to have helped him with that, because Sammy's done a lot more world travel than Roman has.
Preach.
Roman learned off of Sammy. Roman learned off of Paul Heyman.
Preach.
If it wasn't for that particular storyline, Roman wouldn't be the head of the table as we know it, because the Bloodline was floundering before he entered. Same thing with Solo. Roman needed a heater. Roman needed a heater because he can't only wrestle 4 to 5 WrestleMania, like a pay-per-views in a year and be made to look like a beast, because according to the wrestling diaspora, you not being on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, the social media things, the media scrums, that makes you a punk. So you can't be a punk and then be God mode in the 5 pay-per-views that you show up in. So you need a heater. And they brought in Solo. They needed Solo and Sammy. Jay and Jimmy were carrying too much. Roman's great, but he had help. How did we end up here?
Amen. Can the church, you preach it.
No, that's great what you said, because even as a Roman stan, Sami Zayn gave the Bloodline wouldn't be going on right now if they didn't inject Sami Zayn. I'll be the first to say it. He gave the Bloodline a different. Everybody just loved the Bloodline once Sammy kind of got in there. When it first happened, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. But Sammy was just so clutch with not necessarily needing Heyman there to lean on for mic time, coming in with all the experience he has being a wrestler on the indies. And dude, he just brought so much to the table, no pun intended, when he was a part of the Bloodline.
Listen, that was solid. I'll give it that. I'll give that a 10 over Hot Take's joke earlier, over Joe's joke earlier. I'll give that a 10 solidly.
Hey, you know what? Wait, hold up. Hot Take Wrestling Podcast is a podcast for the people. And the people want Pastor Christy Tina to cook. Sister, you keep cooking. You keep cooking. You talk your shit.
Yeah.
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
Joe, I told you I was coming for a spot here. I wasn't playing around when I said that.
Hey, talk your shit. Let's go.
Tiffany Stratton will be on Bianca levels in 5 years.
Now.
In 5 years. And the reason why I bring that up, Phil, I love you. Phil, I do love you, and I do respect your takes. This is one that I want to have a discussion with you specifically on, as well as the others with you specifically.
Yes,
no one is saying that Tiffany Stratton is amazing as Bianca now. For people who are saying that they are not long-time terms of the, they're not long-term fans. Probably in the last 2 to 3 years they've picked up. But from people who have been with Bianca since you don't even go here, Charlotte Flair and NXT Bianca, to now, that she wasn't the echelon that she is immediately. She had time to grow. She had time to work those mid-card matches. She was not always at the top of the card, even in NXT, which is a significantly smaller roster. She built up, she worked out, and she did what she had to do. And in time, she became probably one of, if not the most dominant athletes in the wrestling industry, not just like a character, but just in terms of what she can physically do. It's incredible. No one's taking that away from Bianca. Anyone that is doing that, we already know to not deal with them. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to Tiffany needs that same kind of grace. Tiffany, I'm not sure if it's because, Bianca's expected to work harder because she's a woman of color. So it should be coming easier to Tiffany. She should already be up on the main roster by now because, in comparison to Bianca. And the only reason why they're even getting compared is because Tiffany's also hyper gymnastics athletic. Specifically gymnastics athletic. That's why she's getting compared to Bianca. Not like Naomi. Naomi is athletic, but she's dancers athletic, which is completely different.
Yeah.
Bailey's athletic, but she's boxing like MMA, mixed martial arts athletic. Same thing with Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, even with the most aggressive of what she does, she still looks graceful doing it because that's her wheelhouse. Tiffany Stratton and Bianca Belair happen to be on the same wheelhouse, but they're levels away from each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. Tiffy needs a couple of years of just going up against Zelina Vegas, Mia Yim's, Piper Nivens. There's nothing wrong with that, because then if you say that there is, then you're downplaying the talent of the other women in the division. There's nothing wrong with her going up at Chelsea Green, Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell. I would look forward to those matches. I know that Candice can go because she beat the Young Bucks and got super kicked in the face with an Air Force One full of thumbtacks. At the bottom, she got busted open from that. Indy Hartwell had one of the best storylines with Index and NXT for a long time, for her to get called up and win the NXT Women's title to the next day get called up to the main roster, which made absolutely no sense. Piper Niven's a beast. Chelsea Green is absolutely insane as a heel. Her heel work is some of the best women's heel work I've ever seen. Candice LeRae is amazing. Even the tag teams that are getting no love. Asuka, you have Kana on your roster. You have Kairi Sane on your roster. Women that have worked all over the world, and they're lower mid card.
Talk your shit.
The year that Shinsuke lost to AJ Styles and the year that Asuka lost to Charlotte, I had an inside. I used to teach martial arts at a school, and one of the fathers used to work for corporate, like Connecticut. And he told us after that Mania, he told us the Monday night at 6:55 p.m., I'll never forget, just so you guys know, on the day, it was supposed to be WrestleMania of the Rising Sun.
Wait, time out. What happened?
They didn't.
No.
I cut out?
Yeah.
No, you cut out. You cut out.
Go back to 6:55.
Okay, so start.
Where did I stop?
Right,
oh, 6:55. Okay.
Go from there.
Yeah, 6:55.
Okay. So at 6:55, I'm talking to him as he's picking up his kid, and he's like, "Oh, just so y'all know," and this is like before the Monday Night Raw after Mania, which is a crazy one. "Oh, just so y'all know, Shinsuke and Asuka were supposed to win their matches, but Vince changed his mind on the day. It was supposed to be WrestleMania, the Rising Sun, but because he didn't want two non-super English speakers as his champions, he nixed the idea on the day. And that's why Charlotte beat Asuka's streak. Asuka wasn't supposed to get beat till SummerSlam that year."
Damn. So wait.
The ruler of all good things.
Hold up. So you unpackaged a lot, and I appreciate that. Healthy debate. So let me address Tiffany Stratton with y'all. And I don't want to come across like a Tiffany hater, because I'm not a Tiffany hater. We have all seen the fact where someone has gotten pushed to the top too quick, too soon.
Mm-hmm.
We have not seen Tiffany kind of scratch and claw her way up to bottom of the mid-card, opening shows, blah, 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 blah. We ain't seen that. And for me, it kind of just seemed like she came out of nowhere, and here she is. And it's like,
that I can understand, because I do feel like she should have been in NXT a little bit longer, maybe like another year.
Exactly. Because when you, and again, the comparison of her and Bianca worked. Can't no one say Bianca is not a workhorse. Can't no one say that. With Tiffany, or more often than not with the blondes, it seems like the blondes that might be Vince's type gets what they want when they want it, like that. And to me, I'm over that. I'm over that. I would never take away any woman that has made it in WWE. You can't take it away. You can't deny their talent. You can't deny their ring work. When you look at where they've gotten, right? There have been some women where it's kind of like, I'm sorry, who? Who was the one chick? Man,
Give me era.
It wasn't that long ago, but she
Lacey Evans.
And they was like WWE legend. I want to say her name was like Summer Rae. Was it Summer Rae?
Oh yeah.
Summer Rae, yeah.
I forgot where you're going with
and
that.
it was kind of like, wait, what? Stop.
I get it. It's unfortunate in those particular instances, like with the Summer Rae, like with the Tori Wilson, like with the Stacey Keebler, the blondes, where we perceive them as not doing as much as the others, which if we're going to go on literal senses, absolutely, you're right. They did not, but it's not through any fault of their own. There's been accounts where these women have gone to Finley, who was the women's trainer at their time, Stacey and Tori in particular, saying that they wanted to do more, that Tori was willing to go to gymnastics classes, which she did, to be able to perform more in ring. And when the higher ups found out that they weren't doing cat fight scratches in the ring, they were like, nah, cut that. So it's not through any fault of them wanting to do more. It's unfortunately just how they're presented, which you're absolutely right. It's not enough. With Tiffany, I don't think she got called up sooner than Bianca did by far. And it's not, I don't agree with that at all, but I just think that means that it's going to take Tiffany longer to get to where Bianca is now. Because she was pulled up earlier.
And that's the thing. Because we've all seen it before. We saw it with like the likes of Randy Orton. We've seen it before where they've been given too much too soon, and it was kind of like, ooh, that was a bad idea. Enzo and Cass, ooh, dope, but ooh, bad idea. It's one of those things to where, for me personally, I haven't seen enough from her to be like, yay, Tiffany, go get him. Now, you look at someone like Charlotte, and when Charlotte was in NXT, okay, yeah, she fits the beautiful blonde. Charlotte could go.
Charlotte's amazing, absolutely.
Charlotte could go. Charlotte had that, if Dusty Rose would say, she had that it factor. And whatever it is, baby, you got it. Can't nobody take it from you, baby. You got that it. I don't see that in Tiffany. Yeah.
Question.
Joe, I'm sorry, this is a conversation between me and Chrissy. Shush.
It's definitely a conversation, but it's a podcast, wise man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we got to get the other ones in too. I felt so bad. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're fine, Chrissy.
You're great. I was just gonna say that I think some of these call-ups are happening too, because if you look at the average age on the main roster on men and women, they're up there. People just don't know because they're in such great shape. Randy Orton's in his 40s. Finn Balor's in his 40s. Damian Priest is thinking he's in his 40s. R-Truth is what? He's about 50. Miz is in his 40s.
R-Truth is like
LA Knight's in his 40s. AJ Styles is in his 40s. Who else is getting pushed right now? Seth's in his upper 30s. Charlotte's actually in her upper 30s because she's older than me, and she's about. And I didn't even realize that. That's not that she's old. She's in great shape. Once again, Becky Lynch is around my age group. So all these people, that's part of the reason why you're seeing more call-ups now, because they need to do something to freshen the roster. Oscar's in her 40s.
Oscar's in her 40s with like 3 kids. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, like I said, they're all in great shape. It's just one of those things. Bobby Lashley in his 40s. You just want something potentially, in case something happens to these people, you want them to be prepared on that main roster, because it's only so much some of them can do down there, to the point where they could cook down there that long. But then if you're a big fish in a small pond, because outside of Roxanne, who you really want to see wrestle, and Wild Valkyrie too, obviously, but it's just,
I like Thea Hale.
Yeah, they got other talent.
Nice to see her.
Yeah.
You're right.
Phrase. Yeah,
like, I could buy, like, goodness, if God forbid something were to happen to Bianca, I could buy Tiffany Stratton picking up that slack a lot more than like a Zoe Starks.
Yeah.
So like sometimes you gotta pull up like the baby version of the other one a little sooner than usual. Because, like, if you look at Bianca's show, Montez is trying to get Bianca knocked up for the past, like, 3 years now. Like, Bianca might be on leave soon. So, like, you might need a swap in, and you can't do much worse than a Tiffany Stratton.
Montez is a baby maker, just like the 2 guys you're in between.
No, pause. I know how this works.
Not that way, Chrissy.
This works.
Just saying, those 2 guys, they're there.
Whoa.
Why you have to?
Statement are not a part of this conversation.
Logan, may I ask a question? Why you have to poison Ronnie, our brothers of the podcast? You just poison Ronnie. You just willed off. You just basically, you off the top rope, Poison Ronda. You did what Will
No, that
Ospreay
was
did
a
to Kyle
curb stomp.
Fletcher.
That was directly to like the jaw. That was a curb stomp
Let's-
on
Hey,
an
I'm
actual
just
curb.
Let's start a riot.
That's
Let's start a
why-
riot.
Hey,
Let's start a riot.
you know what? Hold
That's
up.
why
Let me
Travis
say that.
and-
Let me address that.
But listen, hold on. One moment though. Tiffany Stratton, I also think got called up because Charlotte Flair got injured. Not only was she ready. Yeah, hold on, Joe. Hold on. Let me cook here, brother. Let me cook here. Now, I'll be the first to say I didn't care about Tiffany Stratton. If anybody listens to last season, Joe was an avid Tiffany Stratton fan. All of us
She's
were
like
like,
milk
nah.
and magnesia.
It was like, nah, we not. She's not doing it for us. After seeing what she did with the title down there in NXT, after seeing her have her match, she had a good match with Becky. When she had that match with Becky, that's when she got my respect. I also like to say that Tiffany Stratton is everything that Vincent Kennedy McMahon wanted Lacey Evans to be.
And
Lord, don't get me started on that man or that woman
his
He is
that
everything
sell
that
out.
he wanted in his golden blondes.
Now he will
Look, yo.
occasionally. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
Listen. I'm not gonna hold you right now. Tiffany Stratton is as good as the Four Horsewomen. She can cut a promo. She's good in ring, and she has a presence. If you haven't watched the product, looking at you, Phil, then you don't know.
Whoa, pause.
If you
pause,
haven't-
whoa, pause. Don't look at me. Look at us.
No, because I did
Okay,
want to.
look at us.
ask.
But listen,
I was
oh, no,
going to ask.
wait,
if
hold
you
on.
watched her in
Hold on.
NXT.
Reel it in,
Hold
Joe.
on,
Reel
because
it.
if you haven't watched the product, you won't see the actual progress or the arc of the wrestler. Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, wait,
cut a
when you
promo.
think of Tiffany Stratton, you
200
want to look at me, bro? Like, what you saying?
Come on, bro. You
You're
got to
very-
stop the
you're very
sarcasm when
pretty
people.
blonde,
make my
Joe. You're
head
very
hurt.
pretty
Like, you make my
blonde.
head
I
hurt.
do love
Like,
blondes.
you make like you give me migraines.
Bro,
like,
I'm
Wednesday, I
bald,
get
bro.
migraines.
How you gonna think of Tiffany Stratton, bro? Just
Come on, main event. Go ahead, finish your.
So
point.
okay, so at this point, if you haven't watched the product, you're not gonna like Tiffany Stratton because you only got a sample size. You haven't seen her arc in the first place. It's just like with any other wrestler in the first place. Everybody talks about how good Charlotte is in the ring. Can't cut a promo. Everybody talks about all the great matches that Mercedes Moné had. Can't cut a promo. Becky and Bayley are the only one to cut promos decent at best, at their best or whatever. They both have a presence at that point or whatever. But 2 out of the 4 horsewomen can't cut a decent promo. You have not one good Charlotte promo. You have not one good Sasha promo. You don't have one. Tiffany Stratton has 2 already.
I'm gonna jump
Are
in
you
on
talking
that.
She brought the whole women's roster out on NXT and told them basically, you guys gotta take turns for my championship, and you have to wait. What the fuck?
Purgatory go.
And no one
Purgatory
moved.
go.
No one moved.
I-
Nobody did anything. Everyone stood there and were just like, did she? Because she has a presence. She can talk on that mic. She knows who her character is, and she can flat out wrestle. And the fact that everybody's like, well, they brought her up because Charlotte got hurt. She was getting brought up anyway. It wasn't enough she could do at NXT. Laya Valkyrie is already doing a good job as a champion in the first place.
No.
You need to build more stars.
She's not.
Oh
she's
my
not an
God.
attraction.
Are you serious?
She's not an attraction.
I'm sorry. Purgatory, you go first because you wanted to go first, and then I go after you.
No, I was just say one quick thing. There are exceptions to the rule though when they get called up though, because Paige won the championship on that first night on the main roster, and then AJ Lee obviously broke. Well, she had the all-time women's record before they trolled after Punk left and let Nikki get it. But yeah, I mean, he does have a type. I will just be an idiot to say he doesn't have a type. But now that he's out of the picture, we can't even put this on Vince McMahon.
Yep, and exactly. I'm sorry.
This is
but
Triple
you
H's
said
call
that-
now.
You said that Tiffany is as good as the 4 horsewomen, correct?
Talking to
Yes.
you?
The Tiffany is as good as the 4 horsewomen where they were in this point of their careers, similar to hers. Not where they are now, where they were at a similar point in time in NXT. The 4 horsewomen, all of them either had the correct amount of time in NXT with Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha, or you get overcooked with Bayley because Bayley was the last one to get called up. Tiffany should have had more time in NXT because that's what made the 4 horsewomen so great. They had time to develop and cook and learn. And that's why, I'm sorry, but Bayley is the best out of the 4 horsewomen. Bayley's 1, Sasha's last, and then Charlotte and Becky switched for 2nd and 3rd.
Whoa,
And it's because Bayley had enough time to do everything that she could have done. Like, she can run shows. She's helped production. She does it all. She was the champion during the COVID era. She got over Ding Dong Hello, which is a fucking wooden hollow ghost door in the middle of a ring with a plant. Like, she got over waving wacky inflatable arm flailing tube men. She got over a stalker gimmick. She got over that weird ass Karen haircut. She got over like 2 non-English speaking wrestlers and a wrestler that was consistently getting injured in Damage Control. It's Bailey. It's always going to be Bailey.
Chrissy, wait.
He had his hand up first, though.
Thank you, Chris. No, thank you, Principal Tina. Thank you.
Ooh, the round table's getting heated. Heated round table.
I like what you did.
I love when a debate happens out of nowhere. Go ahead. My bad, Phil.
So, Principal Chrissy Tina, question. Is your first name Chrissy, last name Tina? I just want to make sure. I don't want legals. Hold on, wait. I don't want legals. I don't want legals right now. Just based off what I'm going up. First name Chrissy, last name Tina?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to call you Principal Tina, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel that level of comfortability with you. We
okay.
have fun. Principal Tina.
Uh-huh.
I want to take this time to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind me asking, are you an 80s baby?
90s. Damn, I look that old. Jesus.
No. The reason why I say 80s babies is because reason why I say 80s. Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to me for real.
I'm listening.
Your insight, your depiction, your journalism, all of the above is bar none. It's absolutely bar none. I'm not sure how old you are, but you carry yourself as an older, wiser woman.
Oh, I'm 32.
You what?
I'm 32.
So dig this. Your presence comes off like an older, mature woman. Okay. No insult. No.
No, I know. Everyone around you looks just very concerned. That's what I'm laughing at.
Ignore them.
It's the setup. It's the setup. We're
right. I'm
there is no
trying
setup.
to see where you're going.
Poor Purgatory. I'm so sorry.
Joe, can you mute them? Joe, you want to mute me all the time? Shut up. Let me talk. So,
I can handle myself. Mute. Go ahead.
Hold that Tina.
Do it.
So look, Principal Tina. You're 90s baby, so you're familiar with the comedy by the Wayans brothers called "Don't Be a Menace" in
While
South
drinking juice,
Central,
yeah.
while drinking your juice in the hood. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
You're familiar with that?
Yeah.
One of the greatest comedies of all time. Joe is the brother that walks around that had like the kufi and the Black Panther gear and everything. Joe is the brother that said, "Excuse me, can you tap that white girl over there for me?" Joe is that brother. That's why when old man Logan was talking, I said, "Yo, he liked the milk of magnesia." Don't get me wrong. I like a good cup of milk when I'm eating a piece of cake or some nice warm pie. But Joe prefers the milk of magnesia. He just does.
You trying to say that Tiffany Stratton ain't fine? Lie right now. Swear down.
I'm not
swear
saying
down.
She ain't fine. Hold up. Hear me out. I'm not saying she ain't fine, but she ain't in my top 5 choice picks.
She ain't got to be in your top 5. She's just fine in general. Ain't nobody in your top 50 going near you anyway, so you're gonna be fine.
She cute. She ain't fine. She cute. She ain't fine. Give me a big thick T-bone steak like Nia Jax. Oh yeah. Steak the size of your mother.
Okay, first off, hold on.
I think.
Why am I the dude with the kufi for the white girl? Because I watched her wrestling and I know the product. What are you doing to me right now? I'm trying to understand this. You just said, excuse me, tap that white woman.
You see how easily he said that? Do you see how smooth that came out, Principal Tina?
Swear to me.
What's up, Purgatory KT?
Purgatory, Logan, when y'all want to say this?
I just went out completely off the rails. I ain't gonna put this man's. I ain't gonna do no Christina Aguilera and say her name, but this man's not even engaged to a white woman, so I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Whoa. I can defend my statements because Joe prefers Taylor Swift over Beyonce.
Okay,
that is not true.
Hey, all right, back on track.
Oh,
really?
Logan, all right. We'll get back on. We'll get back on track. I'll get us back on track. All right, so I'm extremely excited. We're all talking about WrestleMania 40. I cannot wait for April 21st. Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson.
I'm so excited. I'm so incredibly excited for that entire card. Like everything.
I think we can tell the build up that they're going to do right now.
What you excited for, KG?
No, I was just saying looking forward because April 21st is Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. AEW Dynasty is supposed to be a pay-per-view on Sunday night. If any indication of what he and Konosuke Takeshita, if I can find it, there we go, got it right. That was insane for a 20-minute match or for any length of a match. That
Konosuke
was probably
is a beast.
Yeah, that was insane, that match, because I knew it was going to be great, but I was just like, I had to watch it back. I think like the next day. I wasn't watching back the next night, but I was too tired.
It was.
What y'all think about that?
It was the AEW after World's End, after MJF lost, and when Konosuke went up against Darby Allin, and that just like it was the first match on the card. I would have paid pay-per-view money for that match, and it was on a Dynamite on a Wednesday night in Newark.
Yeah, for sure.
In New Jersey. No, Konosuke's too good. And this is like it's scary how good he is. Like this is him like early on. He hasn't even really AEW's been around 5 years. When he gets to like AEW, like 10 years, it's gonna be insane, crazy.
I think that their product right now is more so predicated on their matches. Tony's getting back to matches. Storylines he's working on. That's fine. Matches now, getting right back to it. The match with Bryan Danielson and the guy whose name I can't remember was like the starter of like what's it?
Collision.
Collision.
Oh, I should know his name. He was he's been Shibata?
I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Katsuyori Shibata, I think.
Yep, Shibata and Danielson. That match was fire.
Wait, what are y'all? Wait. Are y'all talking about Shibata bread?
No. Koreeda Shibata is the older Japanese like grandpa like wrestler.
Oh,
he's got like the
there he goes.
Like bowl cut.
Yeah, older.
Yeah.
Yep.
He slap people. He comes out like to like the anime.
He got the
That match.
Yeah.
That match was amazing. I think they're getting back to actual like matches. So I'm excited about that. That was amazing. I'm excited.
Which they kind of have to do because character-wise, as we discussed before, outside for us, because we thought outside of Swerve and Tony, they were struggling character-wise, and that's why some of us fell back. I'm still kind of keeping up with the product. I do think it kind of makes no sense that Adam Cole is telling Wardlow what to do when he just literally said MJF was the devil to me. He told me what to do, so he gonna fall in line with somebody else again that tells him what to do. So some of the stuff Tony got to work on.
That I agree and disagree with because I understand like at face value it doesn't make a lot of sense for Giant Wardlow to be taking orders from an injured Adam Cole, especially given what you said with his history with MJF. But very similar to how we could never think that with Adam Cole and MJF's story that they would play a storyline that long because we're so used to like WWE lasting like 2-3 months. That lasted almost a year. Mm-hmm. So I think now with AEW, we might need to get used to very long form storytelling. And I think that's what's happening with Wardlow, where it's probably MJF's probably not coming back till at least Double or Nothing next year. So this will give Wardlow time to build a relationship with the Undisputed Kingdom, and then eventually turn. Wait, say it again, Phil?
I think MJF gonna show up at WrestleMania. He might.
No,
he's still injured. He's still injured. He's still legit injured. And I don't think that they're going to use MJF for only a talking spot.
Watch your hand movements, brother.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, that was close. Yeah,
bro, pause, bro.
I threw a random hot take and said if MJF showed up at WrestleMania, he would help out Cody because Cody is like
absolutely
big supporter.
Not even. the biggest turn of the century is MJF showing up face at Mania 40.
Yeah.
Face MJF at Mania 40, wild.
But also,
yeah, with AEW, I think you got to get used to like longer storylines, like with MJ, with the Adam Page and Swerve. That's gonna last forever. That's gonna be Rock. That's gonna be Rock Steve. That's gonna be John Cena, Randy Orton, or John Cena Edge, or John Cena, whoever else he had a freaking 3-year rivalry with. But yeah, like
sure.
Swerve and Adam Page are gonna be like legendary books type deals. It's gonna be insane.
I think that it's got to get to a space where we got to start understanding that AEW is still new and give them a little more grace, because I think we expect so much from their pay-per-views, not realizing that Tony Khan's just now learning how to do a storyline without Cody Rhodes, without Arn Anderson, without some of those guys that he used to like working with. Go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry.
It's funny how Pastor Evangelist Tina, Principal Evangelist Tina.
I keep getting more and more religious as the podcast goes on. I've noticed.
That's what happens when I drink more and more. I get more. No, it's funny. You talked about John Cena. You just ended with the John Cena, right? When you look at John Cena, and maybe this might have been just a... Y'all realize how long Cena been doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't think people give Cena the credit he deserves.
They don't. You know what?
No, he's been getting babyface pops for the last.
Can I cook? Can I cook my bologna sandwich? Or y'all go ahead.
He just wanted to say that line.
Go ahead. Don't take too long. But
Logan, go.
All I want to add to that is that they miss him now. They get how instrumental John Cena was to WWE from the Ruthless Aggression era to about what was it, last summer? He had the last match this past summer, and still trying to help put people over. I think
when did he play solo? When did he play
solo? No, it was solo. It was solo. Crown Jewel. Theory was Mania. Solo was Crown Jewel that same year.
Mm-hmm. Still trying to help the product when he got time. For a period there, the whole Cena sucks thing, like, he was forced into a role. And I think a lot of people kind of was doing the same thing with Bianca while Bianca was carrying the title toward the end of her title reign. And I even called her Bianca Cena because that's what she is. She's a great talent. She's great in that ring. She's becoming a ring general. She does all kind of stuff, going to see the kids, Make-A-Wish Foundation. They gave her a show, her and her husband. She's marketable. She's
the WrestleMania entrance with the dance troupe, like that alone.
Yeah.
So
Bianca's for the kids.
Show on Hulu, like her and Montez's show, like that was dope.
Bianca's for the kids. Kids, always.
So I could definitely see why they would go that route with her under that, having her under that John Cena act. But no, I just wanted to say that, Phil, to what you were saying, because I don't think people really appreciated Cena until now that we're at the tail end of his career, and it's like, damn, like Cena's not around no more.
But hold up, bro.
Here's the thing, like,
go ahead, Principal Evangelist Pastor Gina, go ahead.
It's funny because I feel like he isn't over underrated, because is he underrated in certain senses? Yes, but I also feel like we don't know what his full potential could have been. So I can't say whether or not he's over or underrated, because I don't know what non-Thugonomics heel Cena would look like, with no racial stereotype jokes to fall back on, no homophobia. Like you sell me clean cut, Fruity Pebbles, Make-A-Wish Foundation heel Cena, and I would have seen whether or not he was over or underrated, but we never got that version of him because they were too scared to pull that trigger. But I would have loved to have seen like full Homelander before Cody.
I think we were getting to a little. Go ahead, Phil.
But no, I was just going to Cena as a whole, overall.
Cena as a whole.
John Cena as a whole, from the day he walked into SmackDown and slapped Kurt Angle to his last match, I don't think we appreciate Cena. I don't think we fully appreciate The Miz. There's a few other people that I don't think we fully appreciate all that they have done for the business. And their era and genre. Now, this is what segment are we in, Joe?
Heated round table.
Can you play the intro again? The intro.
Ooh, the round table's getting heated. Heated round table.
Now, Joe, do me a favor. Do me a favor, Joe. Shut your mouth and do me a favor and just mute everyone for a moment.
No, you don't get to request everybody here to mute.
That's so mean. That's so mean.
But I got something to say. I got
Okay.
Change gears a little bit. I have said before that Bray Wyatt is not Hall of Fame worthy material. But I am excited to see this documentary that they have coming out on Bray Wyatt that's navigated by his brother Bo Dallas. What's his real name? We'll just stick with Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
I am happy that they are entering his dad in the Hall of Fame. But again, heated roundtable talk. Bray Wyatt had a great mind for the business. You can unmute Kenny. I see him scratching his baby beard. It's okay. You can unmute him.
You leave him alone now.
Another heated discussion. When we look at all the Hall of Famers that's going into the Hall of Fame in 2024, I agree that Bray Wyatt should not have been in it.
Agreed.
Damn, that's why I like you.
Just alone for the fact,
Tina, thank you.
Just alone for the fact that JoJo should have time to grieve. Just for that base, like, human reason, JoJo should still have time to grieve.
No, you're saying
Next
he's not in
year-
general. She's saying that he should be in eventually. You're saying,
he should be in eventually, but not right now, because as you said, he's not appreciated. But like with most artists, like Van Gogh, for example, it wasn't until he was dead and gone and centuries later that his stuff was being appreciated.
Yeah, so let's wait 100 years. Let's wait till 3024 to end up. Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, in terms of, he may not have always had the best matches, but that one again is not up to him. That's how he's booked. But his contributions, as you said, to the industry as a whole should definitely be commemorated in terms of storytelling. The fact that we would now not have cinematic matches in WWE specifically, if it wasn't for Bray Wyatt. The fact that, I'm sorry, the Firefly Funhouse match beats the Boneyard match by a fucking mile. That character assassination on John Cena is probably one of the best things I've ever seen. The fact that it wasn't even supposed to stop there. They were planning on flying in members of Nexus to have them jump Cena going into the part with Vince McMahon and him at the end.
Harris.
Yes, exactly. They were supposed to have him.
Y'all don't want to talk about Husky Harris.
Y'all were supposed to have that moment, but because COVID happened, it wasn't able to happen.
Wait, hold on.
Let's address.
It keeps going. Because Phil has literally just lit a fire in me in the first place. Let me explain something.
So wait a minute. So you gonna cut KG off?
Man, he's right after me because he can say the same thing.
Pause.
Whatever.
Pause.
At this point,
can I make a request? Next time can I not be the center camera?
Oh.
Can I be like off to the like in the middle of everything? Does not feel comfortable for me anymore. Thank you.
Boy, that crown doing something different tonight, boy.
First off,
it's always doing something different.
Minister of Mayhem and Madness.
It's baffling to me that everyone says that he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, like right now. Okay, fine. I'll even give you that. I'll give you what Chrissy said with letting JoJo breathe and letting her grieve and everything else. This is my thing that you guys don't understand.
Did you say breathe or grieve?
Grieve.
This is the thing that no one.
Mourning.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Say something, bro, because you sounded real. Say something.
Grieve. Grieve.
Bro, pronunciate, because it sounds like you're saying breathe.
All right, shut up. So at this point,
Hmm.
everybody is forgetting what Bray Wyatt was a part of throughout the whole time and tenure he was there. The three biggest stables. WWE. Wyatt family, Shield, Evolution.
He wasn't a part of neither one of them.
He was an integral part in every last one of those in terms of fighting in the matches. The Shield had a 5-star freaking match at the Elimination Chamber. It's the freaking Wyatt family. If it's not for Bray Wyatt or whatever, we don't get a sense of any type of character development or character building in any shape, fashion, or form. They put freaking Shield, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, now John Moxley, into this freaking SWAT uniform without sleeves. Okay,
Joe,
Bray Wyatt go from
Your mic is going in and out.
speaking to the mic.
That's what I was saying, bro.
Pause.
Like, it sounded like you were saying breathe instead of grieve.
They had to literally transform Husky Harris into Bray Wyatt, and he did it swimmingly. Does his accolades match up in terms of him being able to be considered one of the great champions? I think so, because you know who wasn't a world heavyweight champion what's in the Hall of Fame? Razor Ramon. Said it out loud. Sorry, it's the truth. But he
You bring up
no,
no,
yeah,
stop.
absolutely
No.
agree.
You're not listening.
He is
You're
in the Hall
not
of Fame.
listening. You're not listening. I said the following: that if Razor Ramon can be in the Hall of Fame without being a world champion, just like the $1 Million Man, and this man's been world champion at least once or twice or whatever,
Roddy
the
Piper.
accolades have to be something different. Now wait, I'm not finished. As a character alone, there is no better character than Bray Wyatt over the past 5 or 10 years, except for maybe The Undertaker. And you can fight me on that too. There is no better character.
Wait, hold on,
Reigns.
Logan. Hold on, let Logan go. Logan looks like he's about to. Logan looks like he's about to
No,
pop.
we had a huge debate about Bray Wyatt and Razor Ramon before. I feel like Chrissy really hit it on the head. He's not going in only because JoJo and the family still are processing this death. That's it. That's all. It's no other way to put that. Bray Wyatt would have went into the Hall of Fame this year. No matter what anybody say about it, we forget the WWE paid homage to what's my man name that just passed that was in the Wyatt family.
Luke Harper.
Huh?
Luke Harper. Or
Luke
Brody
Harper.
King.
Brody King.
Brody Lee.
Brody Lee prior to him before Bray Wyatt's death. There is no way you can tell me he was not going in there this year, outside of them giving JoJo and the family time to process this death. Why do you think his father is going in there this year? You think his father and JoJo not going to be out there? And thank you to Michael in the comments. Taylor Rotunda, a.k.a. Bo Dallas, will not be inducting Bray Wyatt next year. You're crazy if you think it's not going to happen. Why do you think we're getting a documentary as opposed to him being inducted?
All right, Phil, go.
Now, let me go.
I'm unmuted now.
No, hold on one second.
You were muted before.
No, Joe muted me.
No, he wasn't. Terror Rising is one of the greatest minds in wrestling history. He knows exactly what he's doing when he's going to do it.
Go, Phil, because no one muted you.
No one definitely muted you.
No, Joe muted me, bro.
No one's muting you, Phil. Your opinion's going to be off anyway, so just say what you got to say so we can move on.
Wow. My opinion is going to be...
Phil, I want to listen to your opinion. Phil, I want to listen to your opinion.
It's going to be skewed. Watch, it's going to be skewed. Go ahead. Go ahead, Phil.
Cayman pointed out, too, in the comments that we haven't gotten KG perspective on this either.
Yeah, let KG go.
He's next. He's next. Well, apparently you're now because he muted.
I didn't mute him.
Okay, he muted himself. KG, thoughts?
No, I was just going to say, when people say the Husky Harris thing, it's like, piggyback off Joe was saying, it's great to see people come back from terrible gimmicks. You know, Kane came back from Isaac Yankem. As you just said, Logan, terrorizing. So that was Triple H. Then Stone Cold, he's the ringmaster. I mean, you see that. I'm not saying he's on the same level as guys. I was just saying that the mind he had, the gimmick, he had the best gimmick arguably twice in two different characters. And then one of those characters was so cool that every time they faced the Fiend, people went back to their old gimmicks that got them over. The Miz went back to being that like annoying as Miz. Daniel Bryan, he went back to being indie darling Daniel Bryan. He cut the whole beard off, the hair and everything. And it's just, and he was able to get great matches out of him. So speaking to what Chrissy spoke to, it's just, yeah, he wasn't always going to be there for that, but at the same time, it could have been better if the handcuffs are off, so to speak. Because I think he was mostly looked at to be a character, but sometimes they didn't want him to necessarily wrestle longer. But him and Roman had some decent matches, I thought. Thought they had a solid Hell in a Cell match when they were feuding. That one match was terrible with Cena when they had the singing children and all that, but that last man standing match I thought was that last man standing was pretty good.
That ghost in the middle of the ring with with Dean Ambrose.
You mean Tupac Hologram?
Yeah, but like Phil, before we pass it off to you, like my main thing with Bray is that I feel like he had a similar issue with like Ambrose, where like he would go to Vince and try and give him ideas, and Vince would take what he said and literally hear the word ketchup bottle, and that's all he would go off of. And then you have Dean Ambrose with a hot dog cart spraying ketchup bottles and talking to a fucking plant. Like, I feel like that's where Bray was, where he was just so creatively stifled that unfortunately it'll be very similar to what happened with Eddie. I know it's a very big, like controversial topic, but even with Chris Benoit, like what would have happened if they would have gotten...
Stop, because you froze. Joe did something to the stream. Let me point something out. Every time you address me, you go out, and then I go out. So I couldn't hear what you said. Go back to the ketchup bottle. Joe.
Okay.
Joe, hold up. Joe, stop doing that. You're the main event. Stop doing that, bro, because you've been muting me constantly. Stop doing that.
Be nice.
No, he want to act all meek and humble and like shit. No, bro, no.
Don't fucking laugh at him. I ain't even do shit to him. Go ahead.
You ain't.
Okay. We gotta go. My main issue with Bray is that we'll never know. Very similar to like Eddie and Chris, and like even something with like Chris Benoit, where like if they would have gotten the correct treatment, like all the way, the correct treatment from the WWE, we don't know what kind of careers they would have had. I would have killed for another at least 5 years with Eddie. Could you imagine the storyline right now between? We were talking about this before we went fully all the way on, but I'm doing a WrestleMania like dream booking right now, and one of my matches is heel Eddie Guerrero and Dominic versus Rey Mysterio and like another luchador. But like the work that Eddie could have been doing now with these younger wrestlers, the younger luchadors, with El Gato Fantasma, with fucking like Santos, you think that Eddie wouldn't be doing nasty work with Santos right now? Crazy shit. Eddie would have been doing crazy shit with Dominic, with Damian Priest. Chris being like one of the best mat technicians out there, but because WWE and their wellness policy was so warped at the time, that unfortunately what happened. And even with Bray, like Bray went to these people 1,000 times and nothing was said, to the point where now all we have is archived evidence in this new documentary coming up of what could have been. But let's be honest, these are all things that they shot him down for, but now that he's gone, they're going to be like, oh, well, like we could have did this. It's unfortunate. They're not doing it because like it's what would have been in the works. It's like, like we had it laying around, so might as well like put it in the documentary as well. That's all ideas that Bray had that just never came to light. So yeah, I really do feel like he deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. Fucking Drew Carey is in the fucking Hall of Fame. There's so many insignificant people that are in the WWE Hall of Fame because why? It's fake. It's not a real Hall of Fame. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. You can't go visit it in a fucking building and have it all be real with real stats and statistics.
To answer King Cayman's question, bring up King Cayman. Yes, Eddie did go into the Hall of Fame the year after he passed, like 5 months after.
So
They talked to Vicky.
Yeah, no, I was not saying that your point was. I was speaking.
Oh no, I was talking to King. I was talking to King Cayman.
Okay. Yeah.
So hold
okay,
up.
Go Phil.
Thank you, Principal Pastor Evangelist Tina. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kindness and your candor on this episode. here's my thing with Bray and the Hall of Fame. I'm not. You brought up Drew Carey. You brought up a few other people, and it's kind of like, I get it. And not to say that Bray Wyatt is, not saying that. You brought up a good point where, hey, a lot of people have brought up different ideas and this and that and other events and so on and so forth. All of the above. I get the great matches that he's had with Roman Reigns, The Shield, this group, that group. There was a lot of matches that he had that was kind of, I'm not talking Husky Harris. I'm not even talking. I'm talking Bray Wyatt. The Firefly, Funhouse, The Fiend, and all that stuff. Yes, it was interesting. It was dope. But then it went a little too long with no payoff. It just did. I don't want it to compare it to a few things that No Chill with Phil would love to. And Hot Take After Dark, hint, hint, wink, wink. But some of that stuff just went too long. It just did without
a finale.
And please look at the hand gestures, the payoff.
The one thing I'll definitely agree with you on with one of his storylines.
But
he's such a weirdo.
But no, hold on. No, real talk though. Like, I get given flowers. I totally get given flowers while the person is still there, because there's a lot of people that Hot Take we give flowers to. Like, yo, Chrissy, Pastor Christy, Evangelist, Principal, Tina, we want to give you your flowers. Yo, because real shit, you came on here. I don't know if you have like a MacBook or like your notes off to the side with your iPad in the background, but you came here ready.
I'm not that organized.
But yo, us as Hot Take, we thank you just for coming on here. And yo, you was spitting facts. Not opinions, facts. It's a lot of people that want to spin opinions as facts. And you can't. You just can't. When you look at the body of work of Bray Wyatt, it's good, but it's not great. To me. And that's my opinion. The Hot Take family has received threatening emails over my opinion due to Bray Wyatt. And if you want to smoke, bring it. But it's just my opinion that Bray Wyatt, maybe after the documentary, maybe after we see more things that he may have thought up and wanted to do and this, that, and other, okay, maybe that might be Hall of Fame worthy. There were a lot of squash matches. There just was. It just was. So you can't take somebody like Mike Rotunda, who was his father, that his career expanded decades. And he's just now getting the Hall of Fame chance that he deserves as a tag team wrestler, but his son should get it automatically. Why? Because he died? How many people? So.
No. I get it. No, I get it, because it's like what happened with Edge.
I want to talk to you because they want to sit and say I'm crazy.
No, I get it, because it's like what happened with Eddie.
Hear me out on this one small point. Whenever somebody dies, the living automatically says they was the greatest, they was the GOAT, they need to go to the Hall of Fame, blah, 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 blah. We did it with Heath Ledger. We did it with Nip. We did it with Juice WRLD. We did it with so many people, and it's kind of like, wait, what? We did it with Virgil. Virgil was the GOAT. He was the GOAT manager. He was. Not to take away anything from Virgil and his presence and what he did with the $1 Million Man, with the NWO, when he went one-on-one on Hogan. Not to take anything away from him. But where was that conversation when he was alive?
What it feels like you're saying is basically like you have to keep that same energy where it's like if you talk smack about Virgil 6 months ago and now he's no longer here, why is all of a sudden your comments separate from what it was originally? I do understand that.
Evangelist Pastor Christy, I want to join your church. I want to be baptized in your bathtub.
I will.
I don't mean.
Well, I was gonna say that I will say you have a point, Phil, but also Logan and I, you can swear like this. We know each other for close to 10 years now. The person we've been said should have went in, and unfortunately, he never went in until he passed was Big Van Vader. So that's not just one person, but
put that comment back up.
Hi, Michaela. Hi, Michaela.
She's talking about your opinion, sir. Go ahead, KG.
Shut your mouth, Joe.
No, but I kind of see what you're saying. But I think the thing I'm fighting for not necessarily was Bray as a wrestler. Like I said, there's some duds, but he also had some great ones. I'm fighting for him more so as a character and off his accomplishments. And also, I don't like to disparage any other wrestlers, but Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm
Chrissy
saying.
was speaking to. It's not a real Hall of Fame. It's just a fan thing.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with putting him in. I just don't think this year is the correct move.
No, it's not.
Both for the timing of it all, and also just like his relevancy, I don't feel like is fully appreciated as of yet, and that might take a few years. Now, I do understand what Phil's saying because he did have some. Let me just get this out real quick, and then I'll go to your timeout. That storyline with Alexa Bliss that never paid off. Because it took too long. Literally, it was Alexa Bliss in a Jack in a Box with bleeding like blood syrup out of her hair, and then Raw, and then Bray Wyatt's fired or quits, and then he comes back, and then they kind of sort of tease with the moth and the codes and everything that she might eventually turn, and it might happen, and then unfortunately we lose him. We will never know. We will never know. The thing with wrestling and the thing with all this in general, speaking to what Phil is and speaking to like what you guys are as a unit, as a podcast, is the beauty of wrestling is that wrestling's subjective. Wrestling is subjective. You can legitimately believe that Virgil is the GOAT 2 weeks after him passing. That is absolutely your prerogative and cool. I'm going to listen to you out on that the same way that I'm going to tell you that I disagree with your point, as long as it's done correctly. The thing that you said earlier with the death threats, I've gone through it beforehand on TikTok. I can show you DMs. It's insane. For people who are writing for these people who are going to be able to afford things that you will never be able to afford. That's wild. You're fighting for rich people that don't know you exist? That hard? You're threatening death threats for a man that can afford acres in Florida that you'll never be able to touch because you are living in a project building and watching this on your phone in the bathroom? What do you mean?
Go back.
What do you mean? But you won't tell him being in the Hall of Fame isn't deserved. The imagination alone. No, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But if we're going, but let me just get this up real quick. But not everyone is based in imagination. Oh, they're trying to sell this storyline as the Hall of Fame being legitimately like a sports Hall of Fame. If they're gonna go off of that, Bray's record may not match up. But if we think about it in comparison to someone like a Randy Orton, I just got through doing a WrestleMania list with him not too long ago where he's 20 out of 50. Randy Orton is amazing. A lot of people think that 20 out of 50 isn't high enough, but if you think about it, he's had 18 WrestleMania matches with a star average of like 3. 18 WrestleMania matches with a star average of 3 is not that good. It's not that good based off of the quality of the matches. It was all upper mid-card or lower main event matches. And that's where Bray is. A lot of his matches were unfortunately him doing amazing work, but still losing in the end. Like amazing work outside of the ring.
Give me
I'm
1
sorry, I'm going
second.
over time.
No, it's okay. Give me 1 second.
We got plenty of time.
Listen. 2 WWE superstars. 1-time World Heavyweight Champ, 1-time Intercontinental Champ, 2-time Tag Champ versus a 3-time Heavyweight Champ and 2-time Raw Tag Team Champ. Who's in the Hall of Fame? Just by accolades alone. Just guess who those are.
The first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but guess who it is? It's fucking Kevin Nash. Him and Bray Wyatt have virtually the same statistics in a shorter term of span time. You saying that, Well, he had some matches where he didn't quite do. No, bro.
Look at what Kevin
They got the same accolades, bro.
Look
The
what Kevin
exact
You
same
bringing up Kevin
accolades.
Nash though. This is another argument.
No.
Because
Because that's my
WWE had
point.
their worst finance. Go ahead.
That's my point. This whole narrative that Bray Wyatt shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because of his work is wild. When you have Kevin Nash, who's won the WWE Championship once,
They had
won
the
the
worst
tag team
financial year.
championships once,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't put Bray Wyatt, who's been a heavyweight champion, Universal champion, 2-time tag champion in the first place. Whatever. I want you to understand that I'm not talking about his matches, and I'm talking about his freaking accolades for what he actually gets as a wrestler. They put the championship
his
on him
gimmick,
3
too.
times.
Yeah,
3
that's true.
times.
They
Because
have
they
Beth
believe
Phoenix
what
in the
he's
Hall of
doing.
Fame.
That's
Beth
what
Phoenix
he's
in the Hall of
doing.
Fame.
The Fiend gimmick is in the Hall of Fame. The Bray Wyatt gimmick alone, where he was literally terrorizing and brought the beast out of John Cena, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Feel like I should say pause. I'm going to say it anyway. Pause. The actual act of the Wyatt family probably being, if not in competition with the Shields, being one of the biggest factions in WWE at the time. It's crazy. It's crazy. We gotta move on.
KG, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say also Kevin Nash, the one run he had, that was like WWE's worst financial year ever.
Mm-hmm.
When he was the world champion. So
I just don't like the tearing down of somebody else to try to show the example as to why Bray Wyatt is going in. It's not needed. It is. You did it with Razor and you're doing it with Kevin Nash. Those guys are in the Hall of Fame. Hold on. They in the Hall of Fame because of the impact they had on the wrestling business as a whole, as the outsiders. As a whole. The whole entire wrestling.
There wouldn't be no Bray Wyatt if it wasn't no Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and the outsiders, bro.
That part is not needed.
Joel, let Logan finish. Let Logan cook. Let Logan go.
We don't have to tear down guys that we think, oh, okay, it was the worst financial year at WWE. They had to get it off of Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund would have made it 2-3 year worse if he would have kept it at that time. Just is what it is. If that's how you want to look at it.
Phil.
Phil is entitled to his opinion with this. If he doesn't feel like the guy,
no, I'm in agreement with Logan.
If he don't feel like the guy should be in the Hall of Fame, he's entitled to that opinion. Now we can say he's wrong all day until we blue in the face, but the reality is he's entitled to his opinion. I disagree with said opinion.
Let Logan finish.
Yeah, see, this is why we had the argument the last time about those two guys. I disagree.
Logan, go. Logan, go. I want to hear you.
But Bray Wyatt will get inducted. I love that Chrissy pointed that out because that I hadn't even thought about it when they said, okay, this is the Hall of Fame, and they didn't announce him. But when she said that, that made so much sense because you can tell how integral Wyndham Rotunda was to his family. You can tell how close knit that family is. They are still processing that. They still processing that. You talking about small babies that do not have their father anymore. Forget the ring. Forget the character. We're talking about the man here. Yeah. That family is not ready to process that. That, in so many ways, is kind of like the final nail in the coffin to say that he's gone. We have to think about it like that. Anytime we lose somebody, think about that.
That's the one. That's the one.
But
that's the one.
That's finality.
But I think back to Joe's point, I don't think necessarily we were trying to tear people down. It's more than the ones that we're going to compare and contrast. If we're talking about body of work, and that's why I
contrast. I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's not idea. Well, we can't. No, bro. We can't do that.
We can't call ourselves a house. We can't call ourselves a hot table.
Whoa. Let KG go. Let KG go. Logan, you, then Phil. Because Phil's been there for 5 minutes.
If we can't call ourselves a hot take round table, we don't have an actual debate. We're not tearing them down as people or as their accomplishments. It's more along the lines of we're comparing and contrasting. Like if you did it on ESPN, we're not saying if you're comparing, Dwayne Wade or Carmelo Anthony to Dwayne Wade or something like that. We're not saying
I don't know who them people are, bro, so don't use them. I don't know who they are.
Yes, you do. Stop.
That's okay. You don't watch sports. It's okay.
Like KG, with what you just said, my one rebuttal would be is that because it is a fantasy thing,
Okay.
They want us as fans to compare and contrast. So that's what I'm going to do in these instances. I'm going to compare and contrast. You want me to compare and contrast your superstars? That's how you're marketing them as a real sport, which is what you would do with other players and other teams. So when it comes to the Hall of Fame, which is what they're trying to portray themselves as an actual sporting thing, with a Hall of Fame, you would debate who would go into a Hall of Fame in football, who would go into a Hall of Fame in basketball, baseball, whatever other sport. This is no different. So in storyline, kayfabe wise, yes, it does make sense to compare and contrast. In real life, when it's like real legitimate people, like what you and Logan were saying, then no, it doesn't. But you got to ride that line between the reality and the storyline of it all, because that's what the fuck we're here for. It's wrestling. We know this isn't real, but we still buy into the gimmick anyway. We're literally talking about rich people who are on TV doing storylines like it's Sports Center. That's how much they have us by the brain cells. That's how much we love this sport. That's how much we love this product, that we're willing to sit here and debate over fake instances. So in a little bit, it does make sense to do it. In another sense, it doesn't. But it depends on what you're talking about. Where did Phil go?
He went. He'll be right back. Hey. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
Hi.
Am I yelling? I'm sorry.
No, you're not yelling.
No, you're passionate, and it's awesome.
You're passionate. We're gonna embarrass you now. Here we go.
Acknowledge your WCW.
That is Chrissy, ladies and gentlemen. That is who that is. That's been passionate all night and debating with us and almost kind of keeping us in our place a little bit. Not gonna lie, we like it. Big fans of her work. She has a podcast, Wrestling with Friends, which she'll be bringing up later, whatever, which you guys should go look at on all platforms and all streaming platforms as well, with her and her best friends. I'll let her say her tagline on it because I keep forgetting what it actually is. And I can't say it. I'm just not going to do it like she is. Again, this individual, this human, is one of the coolest people that I've ever gotten a chance to meet on TikTok. She is family to the Hot Take Wrestling podcast. She is family for me. She is literally one of the best individuals I have met from that app, and I'm grateful to have met her throughout this tenure. And I appreciate her more for actually stopping by on this podcast. We love you, Chrissy Tina. This sound, especially right now at this point, is going to be for you.
I love you.
I hate it.
You set my soul on fire.
Oh God, I hate it. I can't do compliments. You know this. This was a setup.
Oh, watch this. What color? Evil. Chris and Tina, I just want you to understand that we appreciate you so much for all these debates. We appreciate you for being on the show. Honestly, this show would have been good, but it's going to be great and out to the stratosphere of how great you are. I really appreciate you. Hi guys, thanks for staying in and hanging out. For the record, the following takes and the following views are not of the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast, nor with Wrestling with Friends, nor of Chrissy Tina. These are views of one No Chill with Phil, who will be bringing you views more so based off of the Hot Take After Dark portion of it all. Once he starts talking about what he's saying, again, Hot Take Wrestling with Friends, Chrissy Tina have nothing to do with this. If you're easily offended, just mute the live right now. If you don't like randomness and all types of comparisons of things that don't make sense in any shape, fashion, or form, whatever, just mute yourselves right now. This portion of the podcast we'd like to call the following. Give me 1 second.
Hot take. Hot take after dark.
You have 5 minutes, sir. Enjoy yourself.
I'm a little bit offended by your intro of Hot Take After Dark because I want to sit and say, Christy Tina, thank you so much. Thing is how y'all aren't a part of what No Chill Phil got to say once he start talking. Great. Christy _Tina, I personally want to thank you just for being the gracious woman that you are, of your time and your energy. We know that you could have been on any other podcast. You could have been doing anything else. but you decide to kick it with us. Thank you for that so much. I really, because this is all, I really do appreciate just you giving your perspective, time, energy, all the above. Like I said, nothing but love and respect. Ladies and gentlemen, please follow Chrissy_Tina on any and all social media platforms. We will give you a moment towards the end of the show to give out your social media handles. Just thank you. We love you. I'm sorry, I love you just for being you. With that being said, Chrissy_Tina, you have a beautiful smile. You do.
Thank you.
Fellas, this is where if you are easily offended, you might want to get off the line. I'm sorry, you're taking away, Joe, from my 5 minutes. Go ahead. So if you are easily offended, please just know. Now, Chrissy is a prime example of a beautiful. Show them pearly white. Show them teeth, girl. Show them teeth. Now,
this feels.
Now this is separate from you. This has nothing to do with you, fellas. Sometimes you gotta make a bitch laugh to see if she missing that side too. Sometimes you just gotta do that.
Oh, wow.
No, don't laugh because this is the opinion. No, but sometimes you gotta make a bitch laugh to see if she missing that side too.
I've never been more happy that I've taken care of my teeth in my life.
So look, you see, you got.
I was just waiting for the setup.
1, 2.
I was waiting for the setup.
That fifth tooth. That fifth tooth on each side might either be crooked or gone. She might bite them crab legs and snap them crab legs. But you got to.
You from Chicago, right?
Yes.
You ain't never been to New York before, because you sound very, very well versed.
I am well versed because I have dated and had multiple unprotected sex with many of women from around the globe. Old man Logan made a comment about my semen earlier, and this semen ain't for free. It's not. It's not.
I knew I recognized your face. I've seen your face on those like advertisements for like health clinics.
Yes, if you want,
that's where I've seen you before.
You want $1 million baby? Come get some of this milk. Look.
Wow.
Hold on.
KG, this is when you come back. KG, this is when you come back.
Hold on. No, because there's no chill with Phil segment, right?
Yeah.
Ladies, if you want an academically talented baby, if you want a baby that will get you out the hood, come get some of this Bisquick. Yeah, Bisquick. Yeah.
Baby, I'm sorry. If it's that consistency, you really need to go see a doctor.
No. It's
don't look down.
I
know where things are. You don't need to show where it is. I'm assuming where it is.
No, I dropped the cap from my water bottle. My bad.
Also,
that's something totally separate. But no, if I'm pouring in the Bisquick, I'm making a pancake. That's just it. That's just the truth. Also, this may not be wrestling related. And Chrissy, Tina, please, Chrissy, when the show, no, because you sis now, you fam, you are fam.
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you some of the hot take inboxes that we get from females, be it in regards to myself.
He came back so fast. Where did you go? He
say don't show none of them.
Hey, Chrissy, do you see how I'm trying to have a dialogue with you and they keep cutting me off?
Out of respect, Phil, out of respect, let Joe get his little bit in. Joe, what were you going to say?
You can't do that because you're showing information from a follower. We don't have that.
It could get us soon.
And listen, for once, stop trying to censor me and tell me what I can and cannot say. Stop for once and listen to your wise man. Thank you.
You can't show the followers. You can't show them that because it's not our stuff. You can't show them that. That's why.
Are you just gonna read the messages off? Is that what you're talking about?
Okay, if Mikayla sent a message for me, I'm giving y'all permission to show it. If she hasn't, okay.
Phil, go. Phil, go, please for me.
For you.
For me,
because
please.
because this is a problem, Chrissy. Because every time I want to talk, they want to censor me, right? So
No, we don't, but I let him finish.
Yes, you do. But Chrissy, I can show you messages of females messaging Hot Take page, be it for me, be it for Old Man Logan, be it for Joe, be it for whomever. Will, shout out to Will, because Will isn't here because Will works, right? Where females, and pardon my French, have sat and said, "Ooh, this pussy is A1. I want to show you. I wanted this and I wanted that because this pussy A1. Blah, 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 blah." Right? So you dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have done my field research with these women.
I'm sure.
And this pussy is B2. It's not A1. It's B2. It be too dry. It be too loose. I just want to put that out there.
I mean, baby, if it's the first problem, that's a you problem, baby. That means that you didn't do enough.
No.
Don't blame her now.
No. You can throw a hot dog down a hallway. It's not the hot dog's fault.
I mean, also, Phil, like, listen, like, you're gorgeous. Phil, you're gorgeous. You're really nice and you're sweet. But like,
you can put a regular Oscar Mayer wiener in a bratwurst bun.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you got a cocktail weenie and it can't fit a regular hot dog bun, once again, that's not her problem.
No.
All right. I feel like we should get out of here. We should go.
No.
Yeah, we should do socials now.
If you go to Arby's and you just want an Arby's sandwich, you just want a regular Arby's roast beef sandwich. You're not asking for quadruple meats on the sandwich. Like, you're not asking for
also, like, you still did it. That was a huge decision.
I said I did field research. I didn't say I did anything.
I'll hit you up in the DMs afterwards. We'll talk.
Yes, we'll talk. Yes.
We'll talk.
But trust and know, hey, real talk, hey, all the ladies, past, present, future, that's doing something in wrestling, man, we salute y'all. I know a lot of people want to be quick to sit and say I'm sexist and whatever else. No, I'm not sexist. I am a fan of sexy ass women. I am. I just am. Yo,
baby, listen, I love you. We're about to be friends real fast, but you saying Happy International Women's Day after Arby's roast beef pussy is wild. I really need you to do more buffers. I need more buffers in between.
Some men like some brothers like it. Some brothers like extra meat.
Once again, we don't kink. I'm sorry, y'all, but we don't kink shame on this podcast. What'd you say?
I said, Chrissy, just don't ask him about the remote.
Don't ask him about the remote.
Don't ask him about the remote.
I'm gonna just say this on behalf of Hot Take Podcast because y'all are now associated with me. I'm sorry, y'all have no other choice. We do not kink shame here on Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. We do kink ask questions, but we don't kink shame here. Do whatever you need to do to get wherever you need to go, however you need to get off. We don't judge.
Use your body to get what you want. Yes. Players Club. Yes.
Dawson, truth. Don't ask about the remote. Maybe next week.
Okay. Next week we'll talk about the remote. These are where you guys can follow us at Hot Take Wrestling on TikTok, at Hot Take Wrestling on Instagram, Twitter at Wrestling Take, Twitch, Hot Take Wrestling Podcast, YouTube's for the NMG TV network. Once again, thank you to our WCW Chrissy Tina, who is awesome. She's great. Oh my God. Yes, we love her. Also her logo. Yes, we love that too. And also you want to follow her podcast, Wrestling with Friends. Chrissy, please tell them where they can follow you and your podcast, Wrestling with Friends, please.
Thank you so much for showing up for me tonight, babies. I greatly appreciate it. Before I do my outro, I just want to say thank you guys so much for housing me tonight and having me here. My computer is doing things. Please excuse me. But yeah, Joe is probably one of the first people I found on TikTok doing this kind of content. And legitimately, I've been blessed and lucky enough, and I don't use the word blessed very often because I'm not super religious, but I understand the weight behind it. Blessed to have found him and have him kind of help me out and eventually become an acquaintance. And I can legitimately say that he is my friend, and I'm so lucky for that. I've seen the work that he's done with you guys. no matter what kind of, like crazy shenanigans, whatever it is you guys go through, you guys are legitimately intelligent minds when it comes to the world of wrestling. Each and every one of you and all of you together as a unit deserve to be taken seriously and to have your words be listened to, because you guys are legitimately talented, once again, individually and as a unit. I love you guys all to pieces, and I hopefully get to work with you guys a lot more in the future. Phil, I was honestly coming for your spot. I'm not even gonna lie. I was gonna kind of use, like some past things I've heard about you against you, but like you sound kind of cool. So I'm gonna just keep it in the holster and just, don't cross me. My name's Chrissy Tina, y'all. Y'all can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the major social media platforms. I have a podcast with my best friend James. We cover wrestling and life and everything in between, because wrestling sucks and life sucks sometimes, but it's a little bit better with friends, because wrestling is better with friends. You can find me on TikTok on Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, NXT TakeOver Rewind, where I work with talented people like Joe, where we pick an NXT TakeOver, we watch it, we reminisce, because sometimes you just want good, solid wrestling, and you want to act stupid with people who you trust, because at the end of the day, wrestling is better with friends.
Christina, ladies and gentlemen. Old Man Logan, give me your outro.
Hey, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. It's another episode in the books. I've been working on my outro. Okay, so here we go.
Here we go.
Know the goal, do the work, watch the results.
I like that.
All deep. Oh my God, that's deep.
I like that.
I like that.
Ones, not the twos.
All right, KG, give me your outro.
I really have no outro tonight. I just want to say thank you, Chrissy, Tina, for coming on with us, and we enjoyed having you. Hope you can be on again.
ASAP. All right, guys, real quick. This is the editor of the editor of the Hot Take Podcast, myself. One Purgatory, KG, Ill Will, Old Man Logan, No Chill, Phil, Joe Freeland are all contributors of the podcast producers. J Lozada and _low _ are also the voiceovers for that. If you have a Discord, please follow us on Discord with She Talks Wrestling, our other wrestling sister as well, who is also acquainted with Chrissy Tina as well. Phil, you have 2 minutes.
So, I got my mistress here.
Is that good? I've only ever had the green apple one.
Stick with the green apple.
I want to tell you. Hold on.
Oh Lord, Joe, you about to have to edit out a lot, huh?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Phil Myers Sr., aka Can't Knock It, the Great One, No Chill with Phil, the voice of violence on the indie circuit, the minister of mayhem and madness, the child support slayer. Please follow me on any and all social media platforms at No Chill with Phil, from Facebook to Instagram to MySpace to Black Planet to Farmers Only to Christian Mingle to Black People Meet to Discord to Twitter to I Love Nerds, hashtag I Love Blurs, and all of the above. I want to give a special, amazing shout out to the one and only Chrissy Tina, who was amazing tonight. We have had many of guests on this show, and I have to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed your journalism and your rapport. I want you to know that, like, yo, you came to kick ass, and that you did. And you said something very prolific. You came to take my spot. You can have it.
Wait, what?
Thank you, Phil.
Chrissy, he's been trying to leave anyway, so
he was trying to leave anyway.
No, because apparently Hot Take, we can talk after the show.
DM me, Phil. DM me. I got you, baby. I got you.
All right, guys. Again, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys so much for stopping by and hanging out with Hot Take. We do this every Wednesday. Again, you guys can follow us on all social media platforms here. We greatly appreciate you guys immensely. You guys are the great ones, and we really appreciate you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys again next week for more WrestleMania talk, more AEW, WWE, and all things above. You guys take care of yourselves. Be good. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.